Last time on Pole House Blackpot's Weekend Getaways, we went for a walk at Arrow Rock State Historic Site and we had red beans and rice.
Okay, here's our setup at Arrow Rock State Historic Site. We are in, let's see here, it says lot 20. This is a basic 30 amp electric spot. We're kind of at the tail end of this loop. Comes down, around, and let's see. I'll show you something new that we're excited about. If you haven't seen our last video, Angel and I have our new logo set up. And this is a banner set up so people could drive by and see. And it's got our trailer, of course, and then we have, you can see it or not, a house, pole house, black pots, and weekend getaways. And of course, the trailer is on YouTube. And there's our email if you want to get a hold of us. polehouseblackpots@gmail.com. All right, let's see. We're down at a little bit of a slope down here around this curve. So it's not the most level spot we've ever camped at, but it is asphalt, so that's nice because we've had a lot of rain. It's pretty muddy out, so the asphalt's nice. And around the back side, the lower side, it's a little unlevel. There's Angel. Hi. Say hi, everybody.
Hello, good morning.
And then we had to kind of block it up on some blocks. And you can see it there behind the tray and the cooler. But so it's a little bit. And then we got a fire pit, which we haven't lit yet. And of course, our lantern hook. Along with our wash tub station. And of course, our picnic table. So it's pretty nice spot. Here is a driving tour of the primitive section of Arrow Rock State Historic Site with 12 gravel pads. There are also 10 30 amp and 24 50 amp sites, along with a dump station, water bibs, a vault toilet, and shower house that is open April through October. There are also several ADA sites, and all sites are reservable. There is a beautiful and short little drive from the campground to the historic village of Arrow Rock. It's hard to see on this video, but this is a rather steep hill. We pass over the historic stone arch bridge.
Well, we're still here at Arrow Rock. We got one more thing we wanted to fix.
We need a dessert, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Now, I noticed that you've got this Dutch oven lined. What are we going to have?
Well, we're doing something sweet. So anytime I use sweet breads or something like that, I think it's easier for cleanup if we actually take the Dutch oven and line it with foil, just basic wide foil, line it in there, and it takes a little time to kind of pat it in so you get it kind of level in around the outside, so that way when you get ready to pull your bread out when you're done, you can just take four corners, kind of very carefully lift it out And your Dutch oven is already clean.
Now what we're fixing is something that if you fix it and take it someplace, it'll be gone. You won't have to worry about bringing it
good,
home.
yeah.
Yeah, it is good. It's
a candy bar cookie.
What candy bar are we using?
Well, we're probably not getting paid, so we're not going to get in trouble with a brand name, but it rhymes with sneakers.
Oh, really?
And it's got nougat in it and peanuts and chocolate on the outside.
You can use any kind of candy bar you want to.
Yeah, like kind of a
chocolate
chewy one.
Candy
Yeah.
bar. I've never tried it with
one of them kinds that's up in the, like the galaxy we're in.
Yeah,
those
like
are, if you don't like peanuts.
the
you can
Mars planet.
Or the Milky Way galaxy that we live in would work good if you don't like peanuts.
So I'm going to step out of here and let you get started because this is actually your recipe, isn't it?
Yep. Well, I don't know if it's all mine, but that's kind of how I claim it.
Yeah,
so.
you claim it.
Yeah. All right. So we'll get it started. Okay. Now, like I say, started with our Dutch oven. Before I forget it, we're going to go ahead and line the Dutch oven with spray. Nice little coating of spray all around the sides and the bottom. Okay, that's good. The next thing we're going to need to do is we get a mixing bowl, and then I'll get stand up here so I can do a little bit more work. Okay, now Angel was so kind and already cut up the candy bars in nice little chunks for me, so that's already in the bottom. So the next thing we need to add is 1 standard size yellow cake mix.
Doesn't matter the brand.
No, doesn't make much difference. Yellow seems to be the work. But you could use chocolate, and we've used that before. It makes it a lot like a brownie, which that would be good too.
This is kind of like a blondie brownie.
You get the better butter flavor because we use real butter with the yellow cake mix than you do with the chocolate cake mix. So, get that. I'm going to mix this up and get the candy pieces kind of coated so they don't kind of get all blobbed in one spot. So we'll mix them up real good together. And then our next ingredient, of course, 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Mix that in.
Firm pack brown sugar, of course.
Yeah. Yep, just like we would always do. We'll mix that in. And we're almost over halfway done. Pretty simple recipe. Okay. Next ingredient, 2 whole eggs. There's 1. And 2. Okay. Now, chop them up a little bit so we can make a little pool where you kind of get the eggs kind of mixed up a little bit before we try to mix into the rest of the mix. So now we just kind of work all this in to them. Let me get that out. Right, a little bit of breeze this afternoon, and we'll get that stirred in. And it's still not come together yet, of course, because we don't have enough liquid in there. Next part of liquid, the last ingredient, of course, is 1/2 cup of melted butter. Now it's not real hot now, so we don't want to start cooking an egg before we get, so we'll pour the melted butter in. This is salted butter, by the way. Okay, and then we will mix it until it's well incorporated, comes together, and this will look a lot like, other than the color, brownie. It's pretty stiff, thick. We'll have to spoon it out. We won't be able to pour it. And there's no need in really over mixing, because you just mix it till all the dry ingredients is incorporated. And it looks like we are done. All we gotta do now is grab our Dutch oven. So wait a second. Like that. The Dutch oven here. And we will get this out of here. Try to get the best we can out. You don't want to leave any of the goodies behind.
Yeah, we're not like them other cooking shows where they leave half the stuff in their bowl.
Make it look pretty, but You don't have time to clean the bowl out. You got to make a movie or show. Okay. And now the fun part. And let me get my sleeves rolled up here. One good way to spread this out, since it's kind of sticky and globby. If you notice here when I'm trying to spread it out, it kind of sticks to everything. So I'll do my best to kind of get started. But then, here in a minute, what I will do is one finger, a couple fingers here, and put a little spray on it. And then we can kind of clean things off. You might have to do this a couple of times so you don't get, see how hands are pretty clean? So that oil will keep it from sticking to my fingers. So I have to do that a couple of times. Then all we're going to do is pat it out flat into the bottom of our Dutch oven. Now if it starts sticking to your fingers, put a little more cooking spray on. You can use regular oil. This is kind of handy without overdoing it and making a mess.
You can use water too, but it kind of makes the top tough.
Yeah, water works. You can do that. Done that before. But this seems to work really well. You don't need a whole lot. All right. Now, I think we are pretty even. And we are ready to get charcoal going. And then we'll get this thing baked. Okay. Charcoal is ready. So, we're going to get our candy bar cookie on the bake. Tongs, we're using a 12-inch shallow Dutch oven, and our brownies, look kind of like brownies, but the candy bar cookies are real thick, so it doesn't need a lot of excessive heat, but they're pretty dense, so it does take a fair amount. Even though
how many pieces of briquette you got, dear?
We're using kind of a standard what we do a lot on 12-inch baking, and that's 30 pieces. So we're going to do 10 on the bottom and 20 on top, and it's probably going to be a 30-minute cook time. So as soon as we get these on here, we are going to set the timer for 10 minutes. 10 minutes will be our first rotate. So just like normal, I am putting charcoal around the bottom outside, because that heat naturally comes in, draws to the center. So one more, we'll get us there. And now, like we normally would always do with baking, we're going to do a checkerboard style on top, which is basically a nice full ring around the outside, and we'll get a couple of nice big charcoal in the middle, about 4 of them, and that should give us, we want to spread them out evenly around best we can on top of the Dutch oven lid so we get even heat. Okay, that's it. We're going to come back in 10 minutes and rotate it. Okay, we've had 30 minutes of cook time, and I think it's time we better be checking because we can smell these cooking. So,
ooh man, they smell good.
Lid lifter and have a look-see.
Oh yeah, yum-alicious.
They're done. Get them off the charcoal and get them out of the Dutch oven.
Well, we're ready to sample this great cookie,
we
aren't
need
we?
to.
Looks like a chocolate chip cookie pizza, but it's not. It's candy bar cookie.
So we've had it out for, what,
About 15 minutes.
15 minutes, so that cool a little bit.
We're going to try a little bite.
Yep, I'll make sure it's good before we... The edge pieces are always the best.
Yes, that's the
Little chewy and a little crunchy.
Chef's choice.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it is. Perfect.
Chewy.
Wonderful.
The crunchy. The candy
The
bar in
candy
there.
bar is still just a little bit warm.
Oh my gooey.
It's really good.
And right at the end,
There's that bite of peanut.
that bite of peanut and that real butter flavor comes through.
that
You gotta
nutty
use
flavor.
real butter in this for sure. But yep, and this, like I say, you can make this with the yellow cake like we did. Chocolate cake's good. Makes it more kind of like a brownie or some other kind of candy bar.
You could use the white cake mix too,
yeah, any
instead
kind
of
like
the yellow.
that that you want. But
And any candy bar you
it's a
like.
real simple recipe. Kids would love it. And I think it's great, easy to do out when you
And
camp.
if you take it with you, carry in dinner, there won't be any left.
No, works over real good. Real good for them. So
Well, honey, I hate to say it, but that about does it for this
Yep.
weekend getaway.
Yep.
If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. And thank you for watching.
Yep. Thanks for joining us.